Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want the Best Game Show. Mike C.
Not for everybody.
Hey, today we're reviewing. Well, we're talking about. We're not reviewing nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, Atari.
Major news.
Atari's coming out with a new system.
Yes, they are, and it's called the Atari Box. We'll put a link in the description of where you can go check out the little trailer that they did.
Okay,
but it doesn't show much. It just shows like the old, like it looks like the old-fashioned Atari with the wood grain and then the little striped black bezels that they put in there.
Right. So we don't know what the system can actually be now. You don't know if it's going to be just retro games or anything, or is it going to be something brand new to compete with these other people coming out with stuff. So we really don't know. So Atari basically is like one of the starters when they went from like let's say in television to those people that know your gaming history. And it was like in television, then Atari, Coleco, because Atari, Coleco, yeah, I think it was Atari, Coleco, and then Adam. I think that's how it went. But those were like one of your first ones getting out there, you know, tackling this video game lifestyle, whatever. Granted, they made some horrible looking games, aka E.T., but they had some good ones like Moon Patrol, Breakout, Pac-Man, as far as it was a lot of stuff. Space Defender or something like that.
Yep.
So it was a lot of good things. That
I think just Defender.
What was it called? Defender?
Yeah.
Okay. So Defender, a lot of Centipede, so great games, man, that you played in the arcade when you was like real young and everything. So like I said, we don't know exactly what this is going to be. But it is nice to hear something. I think it's always good for somebody to have a rival so they can have, so they can be more competitive, so they can try to do better, so they will get the best quality product when you have somebody going against you, because that gives you a drive to succeed more, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just like as far as when the system came out. Okay, Genesis does what Nintendo does and stuff like that. You know how they started off that whole fight, graphics kept getting better. Okay, this is 32 gig. This is going to be 64. This is 128, and then they just stopped counting. You know what I'm saying? So I like to have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see that. We don't know exactly when we'll see it, but we'll see that in the future.
And didn't I call it?
Yeah, you did say something.
I called it when we did the Game Show live stream, which we do live on Facebook occasionally. I said that since Microsoft announced this debacle of their Xbox One, that gave opened up the floodgates for other developers to come out with another console. Namely, I said Sega or Atari.
Yeah, you did say that. You said it.
And I was right. I was dead on the money. Now, Atari coming out with a console, I don't know how successful that will be since they filed for bankruptcy. And now they're just a software developer. But a lot of their games, they were kind of crummy.
Yeah. A
lot of first-party Atari games was like, that appeared on the 360, they were like some garbage.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but wasn't Aliens like an Atari game?
I don't know. You have to look back and research for that one.
I may be wrong.
I don't want to say yes.
If it was, that was one of their better games. But I can't remember an Atari game that they published that was good, that came either on Xbox 360, the PS3 or 4 or 2 or the original, all of Microsoft and PlayStation consoles. I can't remember one game that looked excellent. I can't remember one. But this gives them an opportunity to come out to the mainstream and be like, okay, here is a box that does what PlayStation 4 and Xbox One don't do. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have to convince the developers also.
Yeah. Because
to give them a dev kit and say, okay, can you put in the extra time and the man work and develop games for our consoles when it's just going to flop if that does happen. But this is a great opportunity to look at what the Xbox does and the PlayStation. They can beat the Xbox. I'm going to tell you right now, if they work at it, because they'll probably get the release for the FCC to release their console. They could do that like real quick, you know what I'm saying, and push out a game system that does true 4K, and that their games are only 4K. Or you have the option to switch between 4K and 1080. they could bring out a box like that and will kill and make it easy for the developers to publish games on that, I think Atari would kill. And then they would keep it like the same price as the PlayStation Pro. If they make a system that's the same price, and now you can have your option to get a PlayStation Pro or this Atari box, and you got mainstream developers behind it, Capcom, Square, Bethesda, and you're putting out true 4K, so much that their system is so easy to develop on, you have to downgrade your stuff for Xbox and PlayStation. They will wipe PlayStation and Xbox off the face of the earth.
That's a big ass.
Yeah, they can do it. They can do it. And then the only game system that you will have in the mainstream is Nintendo and Atari. Because Nintendo's going to kill it regardless. Because it's the Switch is a portable system. You know what I'm saying? You can take it on. You can play mainstream games on the go.
Yeah.
You don't have
That's
to
the biggest selling point, man.
subject to like the watered down games because they're on the handheld.
Right.
You play the games that you playing on your
console.
the console.
That's
You
right.
can take it on the go. So that would never go away. Only if they they just have to get more developers on their team. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Atari that has true 4K. True 4K and only 4K games. They don't have down, checkerboard and all this other stuff. They have true 4K games. If Atari decides to do that, then I think they will be back in the race and they'll come out this bankruptcy thing. And the developers will be like, okay, because Atari had handhelds also. So if they get back in the game, they good. I thought the Jaguar was pretty good. I thought the Jaguar CD was good. The only thing I didn't really like about the Jaguar, it was just reminded me too much of ColecoVision. With the controller with all the buttons and the number one and all. The hell is all this for? So if they make a simplified controller, like a generic Xbox or PlayStation controller, I think that this thing called the Atari Box, which hopefully that's just a code name for it, I hope that they would come out and they would be on top, man. It's just that the developers have to trust them on that. And hopefully we'll see something at E3, and maybe E3 will be a lot better in 2018. Which we're still taking donations because we're trying to get to E3. At least one of them, y'all.
Yeah, just one, please. Please, with sugar on top.
Even if we got to stand outside looking.
It's like, man, guess what? We live outside. We made it here, but we didn't get a ticket to go in.
Yeah.
We're going to get in that junk. I tell you, we're going to get up in that junk and we're going to act a fool up in there. Not kicked out, but we're going to be known. I'll tell you that.
A friend of mine actually went there. I think I may know him personally, but I'm going to ask him to come on the show. He's on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Well, he's on the show's Facebook page, and he was live at E3. I forgot what his name was, but I think I do know him personally. I'm asking him to come on the show, man,
Awesome.
and tell us how it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, Atari, I think they stand a chance if they do what these other systems don't. FCC, clear that first before you decide to launch a console and put a price on it. You know what I mean?
Probably said it's too darn freaking high. You probably said, nah, you gotta lower it down some more. Come on. What y'all trying to do, Xbox? Yes, please, lower it down some more. $3.99, I bet you'll get a whole bunch of people flock to your system. I mean, seriously. Seriously.
I know we talking about that.
I know, I'm sorry.
I got to chime in on that, and I wish that we would have did another episode. But I knew something was fishy when Major Nelson came out and he showed it to IGN. He turned that box around because I was excited. I was going to go and reserve mine. I wasn't even going to look at the conference. I was just going to stay at the store, wait for the conference to be over, and then reserve it. But I found out later on in our time it came on at 5 o'clock. So the store was already closed. But when he turned that box around and I saw that white sticker on the back of it, something was odd. I was like, why is that white sticker back there? Then, a couple of days went past because I thought that they was going to release do the pre-orders for the Xbox. It's like, why are they not taking pre-orders? Why are they not taking these daggone pre-orders? And then I'm thinking, hold up, the FCC sticker should be back there. Then I started doing some more research. The Xbox X, because, you get tongue tied saying this, would not be released until FCC approves it. So I'm like, that's one of the first things that you do when you release a console. You make sure that it's FCC qualified or certified. So we don't really know if this system is going to come out this year or not.
That's true. That's true. That's the big. You're right. All right, so we talked about Atari, we talked about Xbox. So what do you guys want to talk about? Leave your comments to us. So like always, you guys can hit us up.
But hold on.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
If Atari does come out, I'm talking about for all my vets and for my new people, like Eric, Ty, who else watches the show? Kermit, Anthony. I don't know if Chimichanga, if you remember Atari, Angel. If Atari announced this system, would you buy it? Knowing the history of Atari, would you buy it? Let me ask you that before we end the show. Would you buy it knowing the history of Atari?
I would have to see what they're talking about. I would have to see first. I would have to see something. I need to see some concrete proof on what they're trying to deliver to us, which direction they're going in. I got to see.
I would definitely buy it. I would definitely buy it. Hell, I brought the Ouya.
Yeah, you did. What happened to that?
Let's not talk about that.
At least you didn't buy it in the video shield. Did you buy that? It's just like the Ouya, ain't it? Ain't that what the Ouya is?
But the good thing about the shield is you can stream games to it.
Okay.
So you can stream all your Steam games and all that, and then...
What happened to that thing? I just remember...
They still sell it.
Hey, Mike, I got the Ouya. I said, what's that?
Oh, the Ouya. Oh, yeah.
I know the video. I said,
Our
what's that?
first episode that we did the Ouya.
Yeah, that Destiny. But we gave Destiny a lot of stuff, man. Destiny was everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, they're coming out with Destiny 2 if you guys didn't. All right, so you got anything else to add? I'm about to close the show out for real now. Okay, I'm about to close the show out for real. You ready?
That's it.
You good? All right. You know, unscripted, man. This is just what we do. All right, so like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Game Show with an A. Don't forget to head over to the Facebook store page to find low price products. Don't forget to hit us up on vTime, and don't forget to subscribe to the Gamers Club.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks, join our SteamWest community and our website community, where you can get some free stuff. And we'll see you next time on WWTF.
We want the facts.
The Game Show.
See you next time. Keep on watching. Thanks for tuning in.